In this video, we're going to go through exactly how alcohol impacts your body for fat loss, muscle growth, and your just general lifestyle. So first of all, we want to understand the basics around fat loss. Overconsumption of any macronutrient can lead to an increase in the fat stored in your body, whether that's your protein, your carbs, your fats, or your alcohol. And obviously, because we're going to be talking about fat loss a lot, then the key principle for fat loss is going to be a calorie deficit. And if you're in a calorie surplus, this is going to lead to an increase in weight. Obviously, by now you should know, calorie deficit is just burning more calories than you're eating, and a calorie surplus is the opposite way around. So everything you want to know about alcohol and how it affects your body. So alcohol has 7 calories per gram, and this is the only macronutrient which offers no nutritional benefit for you. And when you consume alcohol, your body goes into a state, it treats it like a poison, and what it will do is it will halt fat and carb burning in your body to prioritize getting rid of that alcohol. This won't have an effect on fat loss as long as you are in a calorie deficit like we spoke to previously. It's just prioritizing getting rid of the alcohol rather than using your fats and your carbs as the energy source. So what I wanted to do is just go through a few effects that obviously alcohol is going to have on your body for fat loss and your training. So first of all, and obviously the most obvious one, is alcohol obviously leads to a lot more calories being consumed, whether that's through the alcohol itself, through beers, wine, spirits, whatever you like. The most calorie effective way that I've found is obviously doing spirits, less obviously amount of alcohol, and mixing them with some sort of low calorie drink like your Coke Zeros, your Pepsi Max, etc. And then obviously if we do consume a lot of drink, by the end of the night we want to go to McDonald's, have a kebab, whatever it is, and obviously this is going to lead to a lot more calories being consumed on the back of that. Next, obviously your energy, your recovery is going to be low. Days after drinking, you're going to have a hangover, and this is obviously just normal. The older you get, the worse they're going to get, trust me. And obviously this is going to have a knock-on effect with your training. You're going to be less able to perform in the gym, lift less weights, obviously running, cardio, whatever your training looks like. This is going to take a hit in performance. And one thing I want to talk about is sleep. So when you go to sleep, your body is in a high stress state because it's prioritizing getting rid of this alcohol out of your system. This is obviously going to affect your sleep quality, and that is going to have an effect on your recovery, your muscle growth, and obviously the energy you're going to have tomorrow, because your night's sleep is going to be crap, and there is not really many ways around it. So obviously if you still want to be drinking alcohol, which a lot of us do, I know myself, I do love to have a few drinks, and if it's birthdays, social event, whatever it is, love to get on the drink. So how can we drink and still make progress? So the answer is you can still make complete progress. However, you are going to need to be a little bit more dialed in with your training, with your nutrition, when you are not drinking. So first of all, we need to plan ahead. For fat loss, obviously this is going to be our calories. We want to make sure that we're calorie banking in the week before. This just means it gives us a whole lot more calories to work with on the weekend, because we've cut our calories by 500 throughout the week. Every single day for 5 days, that's going to be an extra 2,500 calories to eat whatever we want, drink whatever we want, and therefore making it easier for us to stay in a calorie deficit for the week. We're also going to want to plan our training ahead of time. We're going to want to make sure the training is done before that, and then we can enjoy ourselves. This is obviously to make sure that we are continuing to perform at our best, and this is obviously going to make sure that we are giving the body the stimulus it needs to grow the muscle. And finally, I just want to say it is all right to have rest days, especially with stuff like this. So the best action really when you have been drinking, the best reaction is obviously get back on track as soon as possible, hydrate, get some movement in, whether that's just some steps, golf, whatever you want to do. Make sure you get that rest in, recover, so you're ready to go as soon as possible. So if this is on the Saturday, give yourself Sunday to recover, so Monday you're ready to go again to follow your program or whatever it is you're trying to work towards. we can still have a social life, but it doesn't have to be a hindrance to the goals we're working on. So I've just minimized myself into the corner now. These are all the practical takeaways that I think are important to know about alcohol for affecting fat loss, your training, and your recovery. So if you want to pause the video, screenshot this, take a picture, whatever you want to do, and it's all there for you to take note of. I'm new to all the YouTube stuff, so if you could drop a subscribe, a like on this video, and if there's any topics you want to cover in more detail, then drop them in the comments. That'll be much appreciated. I'm going to be dropping videos every Friday at 5 p.m, so I'll see you next week for that upload. Peace.